guys, it's Misty here. Welcome back. So for this video, I am going to share with you how it went on my week 14 of keto and my second weigh-in for June. If you missed the last update video, I mentioned that I wanted to go ahead and weigh in every weekend for June just to see how I do. So if you're new here, my name is Misty. I started a ketogenic way of eating on March 6, 2017 at 425 pounds. So my lowest weight on keto so far has been 405, and that was at the 1st of May. I weighed in this weekend at 408. So I'm almost back down to where I was before I had my period and all that water retention and everything went kind of crazy. So yeah, I weighed in this weekend at 408. I have a feeling that this next week I will be around 404, if not a little bit lower than that. Let's just say things have moved a little bit. So hopefully that is what's elevating that weight. So as far as week 14 went, eating wise, it went really well. I stayed on plan 100%. I didn't go off. I was back to tracking my macros, trying to stay under that protein goal, those kinds of things. Tuesday we traveled. It's a 3.5 hour drive to my endocrinologist up in Oklahoma, and I was fasting on the way there just because I wasn't hungry. I was drinking a tea from Sonic. I get an unsweet tea from there. And then we stopped at a convenience store about halfway because I needed to go to the bathroom and I needed to get something else to drink. And I got some Duke's beef sticks, I think that's what they're called. They were actually pretty good, pretty filling. I had 4 of them, which was 2 carbs and I want to say 14 grams of protein. So went to the doctor, got a fantastic report. I'm going to talk about more about that in my 3-month update video that'll go up later this week. Blood work came back fantastic. He was excited. I was excited. He's concerned about the muscle weakness and gave me some ideas, and I told him that we were pursuing everything that we could, and hopefully we'll get that fixed. So on our way back, we were able to stop at Applebee's, and they had 50-cent wing day or whatever. I had wings. I was going to get the wings anyway, but I had their double crunch wings, whatever they're called. Those are so good. They're double fried. They're not breaded. They're double fried. And I had them just naked with a side salad. The side salad was not that good. I don't know if it was their ranch or what, but I really didn't care for it. But the wings were really tasty. And that was all that we ate that day. So even with traveling, I was able to stay on plan. So yay for that. The rest of the week, no problems. I mean, I had a really good week. Thursday was rough and emotional, and I really should have had my therapy appointment after my doctor's appointment. But so keto, everything went fine. This is going to be the last time I share about what's going on with my health issues. Number 1, because I'm not going back to the doctor till the end of the month. And number 2, I just need to keep it to myself until I have an idea of what's going on. So to catch you up, if you haven't been following along, I've been experiencing muscle weakness since October. Went to bed fine, woke up the next morning, muscle weakness. It's steadily gotten worse, progressively gotten worse. It's mostly in my arms and my legs, and it's just weakness. My arms feel heavy. I have a hard time holding things up. Today I had to write with a pen, and that was torture. Because I had a doctor's appointment today at the gynecologist's office, and it's been getting progressively worse. I had to cut my hair off because I couldn't hold my hands up long enough to shampoo my long hair. I mean, it's just been those kinds of things, and I've been going through a battery of tests. On the 2nd, I had a phone consultation with a neurologist out of New York. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this. She mentioned that I needed to see a neurologist who subspecializes in neuromuscular diseases. I have that appointment that's set for the 28th of the month. Unfortunately, I have to repeat the nerve conduction studies so she can do a single fiber. I don't know. All I know is that I am not looking forward to it because it's so flippin' painful. So I saw my primary care physician on Thursday, and it was a really long appointment. I think he and I were in the room together for 45 minutes. He started off by asking me what I thought of the rheumatologist, and I was like, eh. I was like, I didn't really care for her. I was like, she was pretty dismissive. I said, but I just thought she was dismissive because she didn't think I had an autoimmune disorder. And he was so mad. I've never seen him mad like that. But he was like, she basically wrote in her notes to me that everything is because you're fat and you're lazy and you don't want to go back to work. And I was like, what? I was like, what the hell? He's like, yeah. He's like, she just said this is all because your size and that you are lazy and you don't want to go to work. And I'm like, well, how am I going to work every single day then? And I was just so flippin' mad because this isn't the first time it happens. It happens all the time. People are prejudiced against fat people, and even though they take an oath to do no harm, they do harm. She just totally dismissed me because she thought I was faking it, but yet my blood work from her came back abnormal twice. So don't tell me that I'm faking this when my blood work is coming back abnormal. So after he told me that, I was so pissed. He was pissed. I was pissed. And we were just like, he's like, I'm going to send you to UT Southwestern. You're going to see a neurologist there. And he's like, I'm getting pissed. He's like, because I'm sending you to my guys. He's like, these are my people. These are the people I send my patients to when I don't know what's going on. And he said, they're just being so dismissive because of your weight. He said, it doesn't matter if you're fat or if you're schizophrenic or if you're an alcoholic or you're a smoker. He's like, everybody deserves the same level of care. And I said, I agree. So, he's like, you're going to have that test done again. And I was like, I know. So he thought I was mad at him. I'm not. He's doing the best that he can do. His hands are kind of tied. And I was doing really, really well until he came up and hugged me, and he was like, you're way stronger than I would have been. And I lost it. I just started bawling. Because I told him, I said, I'm 39 years old. I don't want to die. I don't want to die, and I don't want to end up immobile, paralyzed. I said, if we don't get this figured out by October, I'm not going to be able to walk. I'm not going to be able to move my arms. So he said that if I go see this neurologist and we can't get any answers, that he's going to send me to the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. And I was joking around with him. I'm like, do I need to go to like John Hopkins or something? I was kidding. And he said, if this doesn't work, we're going to the Mayo Clinic. And I was just like, and then I cried even more. And then he had tears in his eye, and it made me just bawl. I was just so upset. I was mad at that rheumatologist, who was dirty, by the way. I've never met a doctor who was so not clean. Like, her hair was dirty and greasy and matted, and she had huge chunks of whatever in her hair. She just didn't look like a medical professional. She just, like, I don't know. I didn't get any good vibes from her to begin with, and then for her to just dismiss me because of my size just really was the nail in the coffin. So I called and fired her that day. You can do that, by the way. Your doctor works for you. You pay them to treat you. And if you're going to somebody and you don't like them or you don't trust them, you can fire them and go find somebody else. So I called and told them that I had redone the test as she had asked. I said, but I would not be seeing her again because of her dismissive attitude about me being fat and faking my symptoms. And then the nurse was like, what? I was like, you heard me. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I was like, you don't have to apologize because your doctor can't do her damn job. Excuse me. So I was like, I'm done with her. I said, she's like, well, do you want to schedule with somebody else? I said, no. I said, if my blood work comes back abnormal and I need to see another rheumatologist, you can call me back. We'll set up that appointment. I said, but as of right now, she's no longer my doctor. And then somebody else called me back and said, I understand that you don't want to see her anymore. And I'm like, yeah, that's the truth. And I haven't had time to call and make a complaint, but I will be doing that maybe today or maybe tomorrow, because that's not how you treat a patient. It doesn't matter if I'm 9,000 pounds. If I am having symptoms that aren't necessarily weight related. I mean, the weakness in my arms has nothing to do with my size. Nothing. My legs, I can see that. They're carrying around a lot of weight. But my arms are not. My arms are just here. I only use them to eat and take care of myself, to type, those kinds of things. So they shouldn't be experiencing this amount of weakness. So the neurologist on the phone suggests that I have a form of myopathy, and the single fiber EMG should determine that. So hopefully that's what it does. I go see that doctor on the 28th of the month, and that will be the next doctor's appointment that I have. So I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it at all. And I know people are like, oh, she's so gleeful because she's laughing. She must love this. If I don't laugh, I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. Seriously. My doctor said, how are you handling this? And I said, I have a really good therapist. I said, and I was like, if I don't laugh, I'm going to cry or I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. We're talking about 9 months of my life. I got a fucking prescription for a fucking handicap tag because I cannot walk. I cannot stand. I was eating soup today, and between every 2 bites, I had to put my arm down to rest it because I couldn't hold it up. I'm not faking anything. And I'm not here doing these updates for anybody but for me, really. It's a way for me to document what's going on in my life. And, if you can believe whatever you want to believe, if you feel like you need to stand up for me, I really do appreciate it. But please don't get in any kind of arguments or anything with trolls. There's always going to be trolls, and I'm surprised I haven't had more of them. I'm not deleting comments because I think people need to see their ignorance. And plus, I just don't have time to moderate the comments right now. But I'm not faking it. I wish I was. I wish I were, however you say it, because then I could just wake up and be like, okay, all better. I never have to be poked with needles or put in an MRI machine or anything like that. So, and I wouldn't have to worry every time I go to the doctor if I'm going to get a fatal diagnosis. So, there you go. How's that for real for you? So yeah, so I'm going to keep ketoing on. I'm not giving that up. I went to a gynecologist today to talk about having a hysterectomy. I had a uterine ablation in 2013, and I had a period last month, and I don't want to have any more. So he would like to see me closer to 300 before he considers it. I agreed with him. I think that's a good number. So I have about 100 pounds to go before I get there. I don't know that I will hit that this year, but I think by this time next year I'll be down 100 pounds. Rob and I were talking last night in the pool. I have never not been fat. I mean, I was fat in kindergarten, and and I've just been fat the whole entire time. So I don't know what I'm gonna look like then. So that'll be interesting when we get there. But yeah, I can tell in my like this way my face is slimmed down. I think it's slimmed down a little bit right here. My belly is quite a bit flatter than it normally is, and a lot of that depends on if I've gone to the restroom or not. My clothes are fitting bigger. This shirt especially is probably a good 2 sizes too big now, but I love it and I'm gonna wear it. It's from Torrid from last season, by the way. My hair is falling out. It was already thinning, but it's really thinning out now, which I'm pretty sure that's a side effect of keto. So yeah, I'm just going to keep plugging along. I'm going to keep eating low carb. I'm going to keep losing the weight. I don't have to go back to the endocrinologist for 6 months, but I'm going to have my doctor draw blood on September 6th. That'll be a full 6 months on keto, and I want to see the numbers at month 3 and the numbers at month 6. So yeah, so that's it, guys. Like I said, there won't be another health update until the end of the month, and hopefully it'll either be a diagnosis or a treatment plan. So let's hope. Other than that, I will have my 3-month update. Like I mentioned, I have lab work to compare, so I can show you guys that. And then I will have my meals of the week next weekend. So, and then another weigh-in update video. So if you're wondering how I'm just doing my 3 months and I'm starting week 15, it's because of the 5 weeks in March and May. So yeah, guys, thank you so much to all of you who always leave supportive comments or, you know, constructive comments. I really, really do appreciate you. And you know, at the end of the day, it's just me sitting in my office talking to a camera, but I really feel like we are building relationships in the comment section. I can't comment back to everybody. It's just physically impossible right now, but I do read every single comment, so I really do appreciate you. So yeah, guys, that's it. So I'm down 3 pounds this week, and I hope to be down at least another 2 or 3 for this week. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, bye for now.